This video is all about 3 easy ways that you can help other people find recovery. You see, a couple of weeks ago, I did a poll on Facebook and on YouTube, and the poll was, what do you think the biggest roadblock that is out there that's keeping people from finding recovery? And I gave 4 options, and I'm going to tell you the results of that, but I'm going to start at the number 4 and go to the number 1. Number 4 was lack of awareness, and that only got 4%. And I think that's pretty awesome. That tells us just how far we've come a long, long way in helping make sure that everyone is aware that addiction is a disease and that there's help out there and where they can find that help. So awareness, not so much, and that is like a compliment to everybody out there for trying to help spread the word. Our number 3 thing that you guys voted for was, you guys said willingness was the number 3 roadblock keeping people from getting help. And that means they're just not willing to do it. They just don't want to do it. They don't want to go to treatment, or they don't want to see a counselor, that sort of thing. The number 2 thing that you guys said was keeping people from seeking treatment is stigma, meaning they felt like they might get judged, or people would think bad thoughts about them, or maybe they would lose their job or something like that. That's a reason why people don't get help. And the number 1 reason why you guys said people don't get help is money. And that should be obvious. It's expensive, no doubt about it. It's expensive. It takes a lot of resources and time and energy, and it's difficult, and not everyone can access the treatment that they need. So if I had to put those in order, I would almost agree with you. I definitely would have number 1 and number 4 in the same place as you guys did. I might switch willingness to number 2 and stigma to number 3. And the reason is because I find that the stigma isn't as much these days what keeps people from seeking recovery. In fact, I usually tell my clients that anyone's in recovery, it's practically like being a rock star. It's like a status symbol these days, which is really true. Like, people talk about being in recovery all the time. I'm sure there's some stigma out there, but not nearly what there used to be. And I honestly don't think that is the biggest roadblock. I think willingness is a big, maybe even the biggest roadblock. And the reason that is because, and it's just the nature of this dang thing, is that people don't think that they have the problem. People don't think that they are an addict or that they are an alcoholic, which makes them not willing to get help because they think, oh, it's not that bad, I don't really need to do that, or I don't really need to talk to a counselor, I got it, or I don't really need to go to treatment, I can do this on my own. Sort of denial really, really, really keeps people away from being able to access the help that they need. Now, this video is about ways that you can help overcome those roadblocks. So, I don't know how much you guys know about me. Some of you know me or have come to the office, so you know a lot about me. And others of you maybe have seen some of my videos, but you don't know that much about me. But I actually started a outpatient recovery practice in 2011. And myself and my staff have been helping families every day, day in and day out, navigate the crisis of addiction. And we love what we do. We're very successful with what we do. We have the best clients and the best office. And I'm telling you, no one loves to go to work better than I do and better than my staff does. We really love it, and you can tell. But you know what? It's expensive to come see us. I'm not going to lie, like, it's expensive. And that's not because, like, we're so much more. It's just expensive to get help anywhere. And so for that reason, and for some other reasons to help families, that's why I started the YouTube channel. I started a few years ago, and I post a little bit, didn't really do much with it, but the past year I have really dug down. I spend 3 days of my week working on all this stuff for you guys. And I gotta say, it's not easy. It takes a ton of time and a ton of money and a ton of energy to put all this stuff out there for you guys. But I'm learning to like it more and more and more, and I think that you guys are finding it pretty helpful. I'm getting a lot of good feedback. Hey, Christina, you're awesome. Thank you for the nice compliment. And so you guys can help me in that journey. I'm going to give you some super easy, simple things that you can do that would help me spread recovery, because my goal is to spread recovery faster than addiction is spreading. And I can create the information, I can create the videos and publish them, but I need you guys to help me get them to more people, to help people get access to them. So I'm going to give you 3 ways you can help join me in my efforts, in our efforts, I should say. The first thing that you can do, which is pretty simple, and some of you do already, is when you see a video of mine that you like and you enjoy and you think it helped you, like, share it with someone else. That is super easy. You can share it in a Facebook group that you might be in. You can share it with one particular person that you think it might be helpful, or your sister, or anyone. You can share that video, and not only are you giving that person that information that may help them, but what it also does is if you share it from YouTube, it tells Google that people like that information and that they should show it to more people. So it signals to Google everything. I know it's complicated with this online stuff, but they have this thing called algorithm. I swear this algorithm thinks like God or whatever, like it determines everything. But one thing you can do is when people watch the videos, or they like the videos, or they comment, or they share, that makes Google show them to more people. So that's an easy, simple way that you can help me spread recovery and doesn't cost you anything. Another thing that you can do, which is kind of cool and interesting, I was recently just learned about this, is if any of you speak another language, you can help me transcribe my videos into that other language, and that way people can access those. They can watch my videos and have the closed captions, you know, the words, in the language that they can understand. Now, I just can't do that. I can barely speak English. I definitely don't know any other language. I know recovery, that's kind of got its own language. I speak recovery. But other than that, I don't speak any other languages. And if you speak more than one language and there's something that you've seen in mine that you feel like has been particularly helpful to you and you think it might be helpful to other people, you can actually go in and transcribe the videos. Like, you can just put it in your language. It's not that hard. After I get done with this live, I'll actually post a link, and all you have to do is click that link. It'll show you all my videos. You click the one that you want to like work on, and even if you can't do it all, but you can do some of it, that's totally fine. And you can pick what language you want to transcribe it in. And what you'll see is you'll see the English words all written out for the closed captioning. So you can see it, and then you just put it in the language and you save it. And then that way other people that speak that language can access it. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's a pretty neat way that we can work together to spread recovery all over the world. Because let me tell you what, addiction isn't just a problem for people that speak English. That's for sure. It's a problem that's destroying families everywhere. So if that's you and you can do that, that would be super awesome. I'll put the link, and if you have any questions or need some help with that, I can show you how to do it. But it's not that hard. So that'd be awesome. The third thing that you can do is you can join our Family Recovery Academy, which is the online thing that includes the invisible intervention and some other stuff. I'm going to put the 30-day jumpstart thing in there, and I'm actually working on a new program that's going to be included in that, and it's going to be recovery by personality type. Some of you know that I love the Enneagram, so I'm going to go through each of the personality types and talk about how their strengths can add to recovery, how the vices can take away from recovery. But I think that's cool. It's a really individualized recovery process. All that new stuff that's not published on YouTube, people only get access to that in the Family Recovery Academy. So you can join that, and that costs, I think it's like $9.97 a month, and all of that money goes to help produce these videos. So the total budget to produce these videos for you guys is right now is $2,500 a month, and that doesn't include any of my time. So my time is totally free. That's literally what it costs for the softwares and the editing and all of the other stuff that goes in it. So that'll just be a little drop in the bucket, and that will help. But you can also do any of those other things that don't cost any money whatsoever. Or here's another idea. You can tell me something that you want a video done on. Maybe you know there's a topic that people really need and I haven't thought of it yet, so tell me what you think. So just get involved. In recovery, we say you can only keep what you have by giving it away. And this is some ways that you can help join me in my pursuit to spread recovery all over the world. Thank you guys for joining. I'll put the links to those things below. If you feel called to do any of those things, I'll make sure you know how to do that. And if you have questions or concerns, you can definitely message me. You can private message me and ask me those questions, and I'll try to help you figure it out.